74 facts about sleeping. Humans spend a third of their life sleeping. That's about 25 years. Parents of newborn babies miss out on 6 months worth of sleep in the first 2 years of the child's life. The record for the longest period without sleep is 11 days. An experiment in 1998 found that a bright light shone on the backs of human knees can reset the brain's sleep-wake clock. Sleeping less than 7 hours each night reduces your life expectancy. Only one half of a dolphin's brain goes to sleep at a time. Some deaf people make sign language in their sleep. Lack of sleep can cause weight gain of 2 pounds in under a week. Before alarm clocks were invented, there were knocker-ups who went tapping on clients' windows with long sticks until they woke up. A snail can sleep for 3 years. It's impossible to sneeze while sleeping. Most people can survive for up to 2 months without eating, but people can only live up to 11 days without sleeping. Sleeping on the job is acceptable in Japan, as it is viewed as exhaustion from working hard. Sea otters hold hands when they sleep so they don't drift away from each other. The ability of the brain to tell what's important from what is not is compromised by lack of sleep. People experience better sleep during the new moon and worse sleep during a full moon, a study has found. Many Tibetan monks sleep upright. Half of the pilots surveyed in the UK admitted to having fallen asleep while flying a passenger plane. Cats sleep for 70% of their lives. Believing you've slept well even if you haven't improves performance. Memories take hold better during sleep. Horses can sleep standing up. Rabbits often sleep with their eyes open. John Lennon sometimes liked to sleep in an old coffin. Later school start times improve sleep and daytime functioning in adolescence, a study has found. In 1849, David Atchison became President of the United States for just 1 day, and he spent most of the day sleeping. You burn more calories sleeping than you do watching television. The occurrence of nightmares could be due to heart conditions, migraines, sleep deprivation, and beta blockers. Sleep deprivation affects the brain in multiple ways that can impair judgment and slow reaction. Neuroscientists believe babies don't dream for the first few years of their life. Women experience significantly more nightmares than men and have more emotional dreams, our research has found. A baby's brain can use up to 50% of the total glucose supply, which may help explain why babies need so much sleep. During World War I, a Hungarian man was shot in the frontal lobe, making it impossible for him to fall asleep. He continued to live a full, sleepless life. Giraffes only need 5 to 30 minutes of sleep in a 24-hour period. Morphine derives its name from Morpheus, the god of sleep and dreaming in Greek mythology, for its tendency to cause sleep. Koalas sleep up to 20 hours a day. In darkness, most people eventually adjust to a 48-hour cycle, 36 hours of activity followed by 12 hours of sleep. The reasons are still unclear. The chances of us eating even one spider in our sleep throughout our lifetime is close to 0%. 8% of Americans sleep naked. The average person in France sleeps 8.83 hours per day, which is the most in the developed world. 40% of adult Americans have always slept on the same side of the bed. Drinking caffeine in the evening delays our brain's release of melatonin and interrupts our circadian rhythm by as much as 40 minutes. While you're asleep, your brain filters out noises that might wake you up if it doesn't think you're in danger. We lose over a pound of weight during sleep by exhaling. Dysania is the state of finding it hard to get out of bed in the mornings. Depression can cause you to dream up to 3 to 4 times more than you normally would. Somniphobia is a fear of falling asleep. The average person falls asleep in just 7 minutes. People who procrastinate may be more likely to have insomnia, a study has found. People who frequently take naps tend to die younger than those who don't. It's illegal to lie down and fall asleep with your shoes on in North Dakota. 73% of college students report sleep problems, a study has found. Trees sleep at night, relaxing their branches after dawn and perking them up before sunrise. 3 a.m. is when most Americans are sleeping, 95.1%. Conversely, 6 p.m. is when most Americans are awake, 97.5%. People ascribe more importance to pleasant dreams about a person they like than a person they don't like. A plane crash dream is more likely to affect travel plans than thinking about a crash or a government warning, studies have found. Violent dreams may be an early sign of brain disorders down the line, including Parkinson's disease and dementia. People in Britain who wake in the middle of the night are most likely to do it at 3:44 a.m. Studies show that napping at work can boost your productivity. People who play video games are more likely to be lucid dreamers, having control over their actions in dreams than those who don't. Research has found that the more visually creative a person is, the lower the quality of their sleep. According to a study, each kid in a woman's household increases her risk of getting insufficient sleep by 46%. Night owls are more likely to suffer from nightmares, a survey has found. Wealthy ancient Egyptians slept with neck supports rather than pillows to preserve their hairstyles. 75% of couples go to bed at different times at least 4 times a week. If you deprive a fruit fly or a fish of sleep, it will try to catch up the next day. To your brain, one sleepless night is the cognitive equivalent of being legally drunk. Researchers from NAFA say the perfect nap lasts for 26 minutes. 1 to 3% of the world's population are short sleepers, people who live happily on just a few hours of sleep per night. Lack of sleep may shrink your brain. 42% of highly mobile and regular home workers worldwide suffer from insomnia, as opposed to 25% of regular office workers, according to a UN study. Sleeping under a weighted blanket can help reduce insomnia and anxiety. Blind people are twice as likely to smell things in their dreams as sighted people. 75% of Americans dreamed almost always in black and white in 1940, while today it's just 12%. For more videos like these, please subscribe to our channel. Subscription link is in the video description below. Subscribe.